Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. I hope you're having a good Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, yay. Today I was going to speak about cooking, and then I saw the report in the Daily Mail about Sir Robert Goodwill. Obviously Goodwill by name, but certainly not by nature. He has again trotted out this same old that they seem to trot out every time they're trying to say we should not spend money, or why people don't need to be poor, or why people are poor because they're doing things wrong. I don't know, just whatever excuse they need it for, it's always that people should learn to budget better, they should stop living off of takeaways, etc. In fact, he has said there are other ways we can help people. Well, he said that everyone should stop smoking first, so that's, that's fine. There are other ways we can help people through smoking cessation, helping people budget, and also giving people the skills to make simple, nutritious meals from basic ingredients. We've had this discussion already. I can make simple, nutritious meals from basic ingredients. However, when the energy prices go up, you will find that simple, nutritious meals from raw ingredients take quite some time to cook. So where am I getting the electricity for that? How is that going to work? And then it's like, because if you're going to live on takeaways, that is a very expensive way of feeding your family. Why is it every single time it starts to be a cost of living crisis, the government says, you need to stop living in takeaways, you need to stop spending money and stuff, unless you are sitting, probably won't be happy unless we're living in a mud hut, scraping tortillas together with flour and water, and that's what we're going to live off of. It is utterly ridiculous. There are many, many people in this world, and certainly in this country, who are more than capable of making basic, nutritious meals from basic ingredients. We are all more than capable. However, when it gets that we can't put on the heating or the cooker, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to feed the kids? Give them raw potatoes? Is that how it works? You're going to come around and put in the food banks, oh, here's your basic, nutritious ingredients. All you need to do is put them in a casserole and stick them in the oven for 2 hours. Well, Lord knows there's a lot of us are not going to be able to have the oven on for months, never mind for 2 hours. See, irked. And it really is getting quite irksome that it's the same old crap every single time. There's always some MP with a hundreds of thousands expense account, making their 80 odd thousand a year, getting their second home, and they're the ones telling us that we're living too well? Really? I'm just not impressed at all. Not impressed at all. Originally, tonight's video was supposed to be my little epiphany that I had. I'll tell you anyway. I had a little epiphany, basically because I've got a load of carrots lying here that I need to deal with. And I was thinking, right, what am I going to do with the carrots? Am I going to freeze them? Am I going to dehydrate them? And I thought, do you know something? The most cost-effective thing for me to do with these carrots is to make them into soup. Because then, if I've got a power cut, it's not going to take much to heat up these carrots. Whereas if I have raw sliced carrots, I need to defrost them and then I need to boil them to cook them. Or roast them, whatever. If I have dehydrated carrots, again, I need to boil them up to, put them in a stew or whatever. They need to be cooked with something. Whereas if I have soup, a wee thin bottom pan and a few tea lights, and I'm sorted. Or in my case, my heater, because it gets really hot as well. So it's definitely something to think about when you're prepping. It's all well and good having raw stuff in the freezer. But as I've probably mentioned before, having a freezer full of raw meat, yes, it's great. Not good if you've got a power cut. You need to have some stuff that's cooked that all you need to do is reheat it. So there you go. So that was basically what my initial video was going to be until I saw that. And then Jack Monroe retweeted with the Telegraph. Oh, it's on my phone, which I'm videoing with. Telegraph something or other, some Twitter thing with the Telegraph Life or something, said that hunger pangs are good for you. Really? Is this how it's gone? Who's going to have the worst hunger pangs? Who do we feed first? Have you actually been officially diagnosed with malnutrition? Okay, therefore we'll feed you. Do you know? It's bad enough that food banks are supposed to have referrals and everything, but now we're getting the media are saying, oh, hunger pangs are good. You know the politicians are going to trot that out. Week after week after week, going, oh, well, you know, it's not a bad thing to be hungry. No, it's not a bad thing to be hungry when you're coming home for dinner after a day's work. It is a bad thing to be hungry when, like another report I saw today, you collapse in front of your kids with malnutrition because you've not been eating to make sure you feed them. So guess which one is the correct kind of hunger pang? But no, what's the betting? The politicians will come out and they'll be going, oh, but hunger pangs are good for you. That's fine, in your subsidised canteen that costs multi-millions of pounds to the taxpayer every year. Oh dear God, I'm furious. So, yes, possibly a good idea for me to stop videoing now, but the take forward from this one is stop believing the rubbish that they're saying that this can all be fixed if we can just learn to make simple, nutritious meals. Yes, there are some people who need cooking lessons. That's fine. That can be arranged. But don't think that fixes everything, and don't think that that's the problem. The problem is that you've allowed multinational conglomerates to take everything out of all the nationalised companies, to give crappy wages, you've outsourced stuff everywhere, and you've left the UK with very little. Dear God, am I on my soapbox or what? Right, so I will go now. I'm sorry. I will possibly put up a more sensible video later tonight, but oh my goodness. So, I hope you have a good Thursday. I am going to go and eat my proper dinner, do you know, that I'm feeling quite hungry for after my day at work. I will catch you later.